Alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Alaikum
How you
salam wa
doing, brother
rahmatullah.
Bintang?
Good, alhamdulillah. How are you? Good.
Alhamdulillah. Our pleasure to have you as our guest this morning here at Masjid Istiqlal in Toronto. For our viewers who are joining us at home, we are very pleased this morning to welcome Bintang, who is a member of the local community. He is, mashallah, a high school student who is involved in organizing Jum'ah Salah at school. This morning, we'd like to get to know Bintang a little bit more, and we'd like to learn from his experience so that perhaps it can inspire others and motivate others to, take the initiative to pray Salah together in public, whether that's at school, in the workplace, or anywhere else for that matter. Bintang, I have a lot of questions for you. Let's get started. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? I'm sure the viewers at home are curious. How old are you? What grade are you in? What school do
Right.
you go to? Where do you live? You don't have to give me your address, at least the city.
Yeah, so I'm 15 years old. I'm in grade 11, and um, currently I live in Burlington, but I was born in Indonesia.
Born in Indonesia,
Yeah.
mashallah, amazing. I have a unique question for you. You said you're in grade 11, but you're 15. I don't think I've met a 15-year-old in grade 11 before.
I'm
Tell us a story.
I have a late birthday. I'm turning 16 in about like 13
Couple,
days. Yeah,
okay.
December 16th.
So
Soon.
you will complete grade 11 as a 16-year-old.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, fair enough. I thought maybe there was a secret here that you're one grade ahead, that you're so smart they put you ahead or something like that. But I guess it's just the day that he was born. It's nothing more, than that. Um, so you said you go to school in Burlington,
Yeah.
and you were born in Indonesia, and you came to Canada at the age of
7.
seven.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you miss about Indonesia that you don't have here in Canada?
The weather.
The weather. I'm guessing it could be a lot better over there.
Yeah.
Maybe no snow. Mine is what, 10, 20, 30? How low does it go?
25, 25 degrees.
Celsius?
Yeah, it's
The,
tropical, so
okay,
no snow.
mashallah.
Yeah.
Have you been back, like for vacation or anything like that?
No, I have not. It's been a while since I've been back. Yeah.
Since you came, you've never been back?
I've been back, I think twice, but
Twice,
after
okay.
that, I haven't gone yet.
Fair enough. I'm sure
Yeah.
one day, inshallah, you'll make
Yeah.
it either to Indonesia or another tropical destination where you can enjoy the weather. Quick question for you. So you're in grade 11. Obviously, you have one more year of high school.
Yeah.
What are your plans after high school from an education perspective, career perspective? Do you have a clue?
I'm not sure yet. I like architecture design. I'm
Okay,
doing that. Yeah.
mashallah. And there's no pressure, even for our viewers who are watching at home. We need young people to make the right decision about their future. We need them to make the right decision about their career. There's no point rushing into something only to opt out of it in a couple of years. Then I hope and pray, inshallah, that Allah helps you to make the right decision that's beneficial for you, fruitful for your family, and will lead to prosperity in the future, inshallah. I heard that you are responsible for organizing, or one of the people responsible for organizing Jum'ah at your high school. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how that started?
So last year, we had grade 12s, like seniors, that organized Jumah almost every Friday, but it wasn't like we prayed in this room for every Friday, not a fixed prayer room that we could pray every day. So at the start of this year, when the grade 12 graduated, my friend actually came with the idea that we should run this MSA, Muslim Student Association, and since so we got a new office, right? They built a new office in the school, so there was an open room.
Okay.
So he had an idea that we should set up there. So from there on, me and my friend, we started organizing of like the prayer room. We started cleaning it up, and then we made an Instagram account that we have a new prayer room. And after like a week, we announced that we'll be hosting Jumah almost like every Friday, not almost every Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's basically how it started. Yeah.
MashaAllah, I have to say, I did not know this before. I am very impressed at the fact that you guys, first off, took the initiative and opened the prayer room and whatnot. But I'm very impressed with the fact that you guys use social media as a tool to drum up that local interest. Like many times when people think of social media, they think of going viral globally, becoming a sensation. You think that it's meant to be something for the worldwide audience. But social media as a tool can be used for a very local or very community oriented idea, just to get people, in the loop, or to get people on the
Yeah.
same page. And I'm very, very proud of you guys for using Instagram, which is something that, let's be honest and frank, everyone under the age of, I don't want to put the number, but everyone under a certain age uses in 2022, then to be able to use that as the platform to announce that, hey guys, there is Jum'ah at our school. This is maybe for the 20, 30, 40 people that relate to that, but it is a way that that message will reach them. And I think that type of innovation and that type of initiative is what will be key, not only to your success, but inshallah to the success of the Muslim community, to the success of Masjid Istiqlal in Toronto as well. Willing to use the means available to us, willing to think outside the box, willing to go places where maybe nobody went before you. Like, frankly, I'm a little bit older than you. I never heard of somebody announcing a school Jum'ah on Instagram, even though we have Instagram. Before that, when I was in high school, maybe not so much Instagram, but everyone used Facebook. Nobody used Facebook to announce school Jum'ah. Then, mashallah, congratulations for your out of the box thinking and keep up the good work. So, as I understand, you guys now have a fixed prayer room at school?
Yeah.
Wow.
So like at the start, it was the office, right? This old office that we got, but then we actually faced some like minor issues. So office is also used for GSA, which is Gender Sexuality Alliance Day. It was like so it was kind of like it was for different purposes, right? That
Okay.
prayer room. So then our teacher we got us a new prayer room. It was, to be honest, I think it's the best room like in the school. It's in the third floor, big windows,
Mashallah.
and that's our fixed prayer room. And from there we've actually like set up Jum'ah prayer times like Iqamah for every day for Zuhr and not only like Jum'ah too.
Wow, so you
Yeah.
guys even went further. It's not only Jum'ah, you pray Dhuhr in Jama'ah
Yeah.
daily at school.
Try to, yeah.
Wow, for our viewers who are watching at home, take note of that, that mashallah, our kids and our youth are not only concerned with the bare minimum of Islam. Because let's be honest, if we had to ask what is the absolute requirement for the Muslim who's in school, we say the Muslim school needs to pray Jum'ah. Like, and you can't leave school to go outside to pray Jum'ah, then you have to pray Jum'ah inside. But it seems they went, above and beyond to say that, okay, but we pray every day. Then if we pray every day, why don't we pray in Jama'ah together at school as well? And that is really something that, has to be appreciated and applauded for Bintang and for all of the kids at his school, and inshallah for all of our youth as well. This can be a good reminder for all of us that we take Salah seriously, and we take our deen seriously, and we give it the priority and the importance that it deserves. Just to go back to the Jum'ah for 1 second, like obviously now you have Jum'ah every week at school. Everyone knows that a big part of Jum'ah is somebody has to give the khutbah. I understand you are not an imam by trade, right? I'm assuming none of your classmates are either. So how do you guys go about conducting the Jum'ah? Who gives the khutbah? How do you decide who gives the khutbah?
So, so how we decide who gives the khutbah? So it's like anyone. It's free to like for the boys, and if they wanna give khutbah, they just tell me, and during that week before Jummah, they will like research on what khutbah and what they want to talk about in the khutbah.
Yeah.
And but if there's no one, I would do the khutbah. Like I would go to like online usually, search up for like short Friday khutbahs, and I would deliver khutbah there.
MashaAllah.
Yeah.
So you guys take turns
Take turns, yeah,
among the
usually.
kids who come regularly
Yeah.
for Jum'ah, MashaAllah. And you're saying that you have given khutbah yourself
Yeah.
before as well. Wow, MashaAllah. And again, just something for us to take note of. People taking initiative and the importance of taking initiative. Like I do believe, as Bintang said, he is not an imam. He had maybe no training to be an imam, no training to be a khatib. But eventually we have to do what we have to do. Not only for him, but for all of the other boys who are with him who are giving the khutbah whenever they can. Someone had to take the first step, someone had to take charge, and someone had to move forward. And this is the mindset that we want Muslims, especially young Muslims, to have. Okay, we have to move forward, we have to get things done. Sitting back and saying, I don't know, or I didn't learn, or no one taught me, is not going to be helpful. It's not going to get you to where you want to go. I think Bintang mentioned that he researches. Like everyone has access to the internet. You can find recordings of other khutbahs. You can listen. You can learn something for yourself. And then from what you learn, you can share something with others. Why not? And it seems to be working flawlessly for Bintang and the kids at his school as they're having Jum'ah regularly. Not only having Jum'ah, but even progressed to a different level that now they pray Dhuhr and Jama'ah every day, collectively. If you don't mind me asking, how many people approximately come for the Jum'ah at school?
It's like around 20 people. That's it. people.
MashaAllah.
Yeah.
No, it's not a small number, right? There are some masjids that you'll go, you'll find 20, 30 people to pray Jum'ah. It's a significant number. Especially, and I want our viewers, I keep repeating this over and over, to keep in mind that we're talking about children. I'm not talking about people like me. We're not talking about adults like many of you watching, that you can expect that we have, the understanding and the awareness. I'm talking about kids, 16 years old. You mentioned to me, I think it was, or your sister mentioned to me, that she's in grade 7. You guys are in the same school building, and she is, Bintang's younger sister is busy spreading the word among the younger kids in grade 7 and 8, who are probably 13, 14 years old. So we're talking about kids who are going to school and who see the importance and who are taking the opportunity that people have organized the Jum'ah, and they're willing to go out. And I'll just take a moment here to share something with everyone. I was talking with Bintang earlier, and we were discussing that, not everybody is a soldier who's gonna go against the tide. So you were telling me, and maybe you can elaborate on that, when you guys didn't have a prayer space, how was it? You said you were praying on the football field, at
Yeah.
the side of the
So
building.
yeah, it was like last year we didn't have a fixed prayer room, right? And every time I had like an after school activity, and like the time overlapped with Asr, I had to pray like at the side of the school first. I prayed Zuhr, and then I went to the
To your
practice. Yeah,
practice or
practice.
whatever it
Yeah.
was, right? And mashallah, we applaud him for his bravery and for his courage to do that. But not everybody would do that. Someone else might feel shy, might feel awkward, might feel I can't pray in the rain or during the snow. These are real concerns and real challenges. But what happens when things become accessible? A lot of people do come and a lot of people do join. And this is reality. Even the masjid that we have over here, like somebody could argue that there was no need for a masjid here. There's masjid everywhere. Okay, there's masjid everywhere, but not everybody is going to drive to the masjid far away. Some people need the masjid to be in their neighborhood, and then they'll come. The same way for Bintang, I think when he was praying dhuhr at the side of the football field, maybe there were teammates of his that were Muslim too, but maybe they didn't join him to pray dhuhr. But now that they have a prayer space and dhuhr iqamah is at 1 o'clock, you're going to find all those kids coming to pray willingly. Why? Because the accommodation is there, because the facility is there. And so we need to be practical sometimes to understand that we should provide solution. And when you provide an easy solution, people come, right? If it's something so complicated and so difficult, yes, some people like Bintang, mashallah, will take the initiative and they will persevere and they will push on, but not everybody will. And this is why I'm hoping, inshallah, that his story can serve as an inspiration for one and all in your own space, whether at school, whether at work, whether in the neighborhood. Take the initiative. If Allah has blessed you and given you that determination in your heart, you can persevere and you can put time and you can put the energy. Do it. And do it seeking the reward from Allah. And do it so that it can be easier for others. And anybody who follows you in the goodness that you start, inshallah, this is something I'll share with you, Bintang. Anybody who comes to pray in that prayer room, you will get a copy of the reward. After you graduate to school, anybody who uses that prayer room after you, you will get a copy of that reward. Allah knows, maybe you will have kids of your own one day, they'll go to the same school, they'll find the same prayer room there. You're talking about 10, 15 years of kids praying Jum'ah, praying Dhuhr, and all of that reward is copied for you. And how much did it cost you? A few hours of your time, a few social media posts, no money, right? Nobody sent you a bill for the Jum'ah, right? Then it's a worthwhile transaction. It's something that we should take seriously, and it's something that we should be inspired to do. I want to ask you the difficult question, which is, it's wonderful what you've done. Were there any challenges along the way? Did you face any obstacles?
One main obstacle that we faced is being time efficient. Well, like pray Jumah with everyone. So basically, since we only have like one washroom in the prayer room, it takes a lot of time, like when we take turns to take wudu, right?
Yes, yes.
So that have raised some concerns from the teachers, and from there on, I've like reached out to the teacher and like for solutions and tell the story of what actually happened, like, and that people are not really wasting time. So some solutions that I've created are to tell the students to take wudu before they come to pray, maybe during break time or like anything before that, and also come like not later or earlier, like come right on
At the time
at the
of
time,
Salah. Yeah, mashallah.
and also like set up like the like timetable, like schedule, like so they know what time they have to come and
Yeah.
thing. And since like the break time for elementary students and high school students their different times. And so we've actually recommended the elementary students like for like Zuhr to do it during their break time. So
Their own break time.
yeah, their own break time, yeah. So they don't so we don't have like too much wait time to pray Jumah, and we don't waste too much time, and we're not outside of class time for too long. Yeah.
No, I think these are real concerns and challenges that could come up when organizing Jum'ah in any professional environment, whether it's a school or a workplace. And I think you handled it well. I know in our previous conversations, I think you mentioned that you actually communicated with the staff via email, explaining to them what happened, what is happening, what you guys have to do, so everyone has an idea of the fact that these Muslims are serious. They're not just fooling around, right? Which again, I really appreciate the initiative on your part, right? Because you could have left it as noise that the teachers are making. But the teachers have a right to complain. They're saying, okay, if my kids are missing 20 minutes of class every Friday, there is a concern here. Maybe it can be avoided. Even if it can't be avoided, at least they should know what is the reason for that. And that level of professionalism, that level of open communication is really healthy. And I hope, inshallah, you can keep that up, that, let people know what's going on. Most people just need to understand. That's what it comes down to, especially in our beautiful country, Canada. Most people will accommodate you. Most people will tolerate you, but they just need to understand. If you don't explain something reasonable, you can't expect them to understand and tolerate. I like, mashallah, that Bintang mentioned that, we ask kids to come at the time of Jum'ah and to leave as soon as the Jum'ah is done. Don't come before the Jum'ah to pray your sunnah and to pray your nafil and to pray the fajr that you missed. And this is not the time. You have school, you have class, you have priorities. And after the Jum'ah, go straight back to class. It reminds me of the joke, the brother who works the night shift, right? He works the night shift and he has his break, he has his lunch, and he has his break for Fajr. But his break for Fajr is not what you think, 10, 15 minutes. It's 45 minutes. So when his fellow Muslim brother asked him, he said, brother, why are you taking advantage of the company? 45 minutes to pray 2 rak'ah, haram wallah, what are you doing? He said, no brother, I pray 8 rak'ah at tahajjud first. Right? Allah needs you to pray your tahajjud when it's your time, not when it's the company time, not when it's school time, right? So I can't stress enough for the viewers watching at home and for the parents and the families who are here, how happy and how impressed I am with the ability of a young Muslim to conduct themselves in such a way. It's not just to have love for Allah and their Messenger, not only to have the feel of the need to make salah in jama'ah, but on top of all of that, to have the communication skills and to have the professionalism to organize that, to manage that, and to do it in a way that the image of Islam is somehow positive and people can appreciate what the young Muslims are doing. I think it's a phenomenal story, and I hope, inshallah, that we can all take benefit from it. What message do you have for other young people your age, younger or older, who might be in school, high school, university, college, and they obviously are Muslim but facing the challenge of how to pray, when to pray, what time to pray? From your experience, mashallah, as a leader of young Muslims, what message would you have for other young Muslims when it comes to their religion and taking their prayers and their education as a priority, how they can combine between both of them? What advice would you like to share with our viewers?
What advice that I would say is, it's very simple, like put deen over dunya, and then everything will come at ease, right? So when I started praying before class time and not missing prayers, I guess the teachers are very accommodating too, right? The teachers will understand. So don't be afraid to miss class time. Just go do prayer 5 minutes, not that long, right? And yeah, I guess just pray first before you go to class.
No, mashallah, excellent advice. As Bintang said, how long does salah take? 5 minutes? 10 minutes, if you have that much devotion, that much khushu'. But most of us, mashallah, 5 minutes is enough for any salah. We go at the rate of 1 minute a rak'ah and 1 minute to catch our breath in between. This is the average Muslim's salah. Then to plug 5 minutes into your day before class, after class, it's not the end of the world, and it's something that everybody should be able to do. I want to ask you a tricky question, and if you feel that you don't want to answer, by all means you can tell me no. Would you be able to share with us, or can you express for you what the benefit of being consistent with your salah even while you're at school and in between everything that you have to do, like making salah a priority, how did that help you?
Makes you consistent at everything else you do, I guess, right? Because when
MashaAllah.
when you dedicate to something, it helps, like it builds your character, I guess, and you become more resilient in the things that you do. Yeah.
That's amazing. May Allah bless you. I have to say, when we teach adults and children, Muslim, non-Muslim, about why we pray, like this is the reason that I give them. And he's saying, mashallah, he's not a trained imam, he's not a trained scholar. He is a leader, mashallah, that I can see clearly. I'm sure you guys can see as well. But he says that salah for him helps build commitment, character, consistency. And that is exactly what we say. Why did Allah ask us to pray 5 times a day in specific times? To build discipline, to wire a human being around a schedule. So you know that this is what I have to do and I must do it. And if you can fulfill those commitments, you should be able to fulfill other commitments. This is the whole concept. I want to say on behalf of myself, on behalf of the Masjid Istiqlal here in Toronto, on behalf of the wider community as well, we are honestly so proud of you for your efforts. And we encourage you and we pray for you that you continue to lead your school during the Jumah and during the Dhuhr prayers as well. And we hope and pray, inshallah, that you will take the skills and the experiences that you had in your high school and bring it to the Muslim community as well. This masjid is yours, by the way. Look around at everything you see, it's here for you. And our parents and the elders, mashallah, they bought the building, they renovated the building. But this building will be here for decades to come, and we're hoping people like you, inshallah, can lead the community forward and take us to a different level with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Thank you very much for your time, Bintang. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. For our viewers at home, we hope you have a blessed day, and we'll see you guys next week. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.